Stadium just outside of Buffalo in Orchard Park, New York. Today, a good one in store here. It's the Tennessee Titans and the Buffalo Bills. Joey Sly is going to have the honor of getting us started. And we're off and running from Western New York. Ty Johnson now to return. And this drive will start inside the 25. So here come the Bills for their opening drive. They're led out by one of the faces of this sport, Brock, a one-of-one quarterback who graduated from humble beginnings in Wyoming. It's Josh Allen.
Look up game changer in today's NFL, and you see Josh Allen right at the top of the list. Really, one of the only guys in the league who can make the play with his arm or with his legs in just about any situation. The guy is a game changer.
Sending him on the dive. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
When you script that first 15, Kate, and that first play is a run play, you can't do it better than that.
Only took him one play, Brock, and they have already made it to the 40-yard line. First down, and they go right back to it. We dodged the tackle. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
Kate, we both know this pace can't continue, but they got to enjoy it as they can. And that football shouldn't go to anybody else until that defense proves they can stop them.
So the big play has them well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. This is reeled in by Joshua Palmer. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2. That sets up first and goal.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Drive has kind of seemed destined for the end zone, partner. First of a few chances now to reach it. Now a design run. It's Allen. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. Second and goal coming up.
Send a pretty clear message to the QB right there on that one. No one fooled for a second as they create the tackle for loss.
After the loss, it's second and goal from the 5. Design bootleg here. He's got a man left. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
2 yards away from a touchdown to begin this game. Here's third and goal. Davis. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Bills start the game off right with a 6-0 lead. No doubt about that one, Brock. They softened that defense up, that lengthy opening series, and then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays, but when you can play small ball and you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
Point after converted by Zerline. And the Bills will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Here's Bryce Oliver. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here come the Titans now to get their first drive of the game. And leading them out, someone who plays with his own signature brand of hero ball at quarterback, it's Cam Ward.
The reason the Cam Ward went 1-1 in my estimation is he's one of those quarterbacks whose style of play just sets him apart. You just know it. He is a gunslinger, but looking for the balance of managing risks he takes while keeping those same fearless style of play right there in his pocket, that's going to be the challenge for him in his career.
The first carry here for Tony Pollard. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Ward. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Not must-have yet, Brock, but it does feel pretty important that they come up with an answer for that touchdown, but not going to be easy.
Nope, and incompletions like that certainly won't help.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Third and long for him here. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And now they're staring at 4th and long. So an 0-2 start to the game for him, Brock, and not surprisingly, his team headed to the sideline after a 3-and-out.
I think it's going to take a few more incompletions before they start to panic, but that's far from the type of start they had planned for in this one.
And he's calling for a fair catch, which is made at the 33-yard line. Here comes the Bills offense for their 2nd drive of the game. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their 2nd possession.
And, Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Now we're on the counter. This drive's going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. But that's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Brought in right side by Kincaid. And he goes out, just needed one more step there to reach midfield. Gain of 9 yards on the play. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
First down throw for Allen. He completes it in traffic. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit. And you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. Now I'm hungry. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Catch made, left side by Palmer. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And the Bills have a first down.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Offense is set. 1st and 10. To the air again, Allen. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game, and we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
No real secret. They were going to get him and his height involved early there, Kate. The secret was how is he going to be defended? Well, they chose to go physical. and that will plant a little thought in his mind. The next time the ball comes his way, he better be ready for some contact.
Complete out to the right. He's right up next to that first down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up 3rd and short.
Yeah, really with it. I should probably sound a hit, boy, because I got all the hits, boy. All that Drake, you got to chill. I be on my little mouse drip.
On the sneak, it's Allen. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the first down.
That may not look like much, but that is a confidence builder for quarterback and offensive line in particular. When you know you can push the pile on 3rd down on a sneak and get a first down, you may have to come back to that in a bigger moment in this one later.
And Allen's going to run again. That's some decent running there. Gets him 4. It's going to be 2nd down.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss is really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. Give now to the running back. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal. In the huddle, partner, we've arrived at the end of our first quarter. It's an early lead for the Bills. We'll return to Highmark Stadium in just a moment. About to begin the second here, the Bills definitely thinking points. Going to the ground again on 1st. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Working from the gun, it's Allen. Caught just shy of the goal line. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Kate, if you and I took a whirlwind tour and watched young quarterbacks, the hardest route to complete is this one. A lot of them could throw go routes and slants and drags and in cuts, but throwing that out route takes some time, takes some precision, and a whole bunch of trust between QB and receiver.
Here's a give straight up the middle. And they're going to say he was short. They held him out, Brock, and now we're going to have to wait and see what they decide to do here on 4th and goal.
Well, these are the moments that I just live for up in the booth, man. What are you going to do as a play caller? You're going to go for it now? You're going to try to slam it in? Well, if so, you better get a whole lot more movement than he did right there.
Now we get a timeout taken by the Titans. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Leading the offense out there, it's 4th and goal from the 1. He gets one final shot here, and this time he gets it done. Touchdown! The Bills take a 13-0 lead. Well, they took a gamble, and it paid off with a touchdown on 4th and goal.
And to do it on the ground at that, that's a confidence builder. Confidence builder for the big guys up front. Confidence builder for the running back to win at the line of scrimmage. And frankly, Kate, a confidence builder for this fan base that loves coaches being aggressive and going for it on 4th down.
Zerline on now for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Bills double their lead to 14. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Here's Chimere DK on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Titans offense out to the field, ready for their second drive. They haven't been able to get that offense going just yet, Brock. The deficit at 14. Tennessee to the line, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Ward. Finds his man, it's Van Jefferson. And he hangs on to that football, Brock, through a well-timed tackle. Nice gain, they're down to the 36. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Tennessee first down. From the gun, it's Ward. That's incomplete left side.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 36. Shotgun snap now to Ward. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
In a situation like this, you got to be a fixer. I mean, this game is hard, and you get into passing, known passing situations, it gets even more difficult. But when you don't get rid of the ball and you take another sack, you make this 3rd down a near impossibility.
Defense gunning for a stop here. It's 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Holding by Lockett, right side. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Another punt brings Johnny Hecker back to the field. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. And he can't find anything as he goes out of bounds. Nothing on that return. The Bills back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And while one sideline has 0 points, this offense, wow, they have had 0 issues so far getting into that end zone.
They are rolling right now, Kate, and unless there's a speed bump on the immediate horizon, things are at risk of getting out of hand.
Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And they take him down at the 24-yard line. Second down now, 7 to go. Allen setting up to throw. He finds his man, it's Keon Coleman. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
This really isn't a route designed for a lot of yards, Kate. You're just trying to get a small handful and move on to the next down. Stay in rhythm. But anytime you can work some magic after the catch and stretch it out, those are welcome bonus yards.
Allen now on 1st down. Feeding to his running back. And he'll get it up to the 44.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up third down. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming. Still managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and a T for attack, exactly what he just did.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Now Allen. This is brought in by Coleman. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Pick up 14 yards on that one. And the Bills have a first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
1st and 10. Here's Allen. Catch made underneath, back. And this makes it to around the 43-yard line. Sent down by Cody Barton.
It's sure nice to have that safety valve. Sure nice to have a running back that's not just able to tote it, Kate, but he's able to catch it. That's now multiple times they've looked his way, and multiple times he's delivered.
Allen looking to throw. This one's quickly to Shakir. And they bring him down around the 34. That's a pickup of 9. And that's good for a Buffalo first. Again, Allen to the air. Throwing the out route complete. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Allen on the play action. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, he never stared him down, but that was such a good job by the quarterback to keep his eyes downfield, keep working as that shallow cross. Those crossing routes so devastating for zone coverage.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw again, it's Allen. Dumps it off to his running back. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills get more points to end a lopsided first half. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. It has been wash, rinse, repeat for them offensively, Brock, as, well, we all wait for this defense to find a little backbone before this becomes a runaway.
Yeah, I'm a little torn up here in this booth because you're exactly right. Offensively, this is just machine, surgical. Defensively, you're running the risk of being embarrassed here pretty quickly.
Zerline on now for the extra point. He hits it true despite some issues with that snap. And the Bills stretch their lead to 21. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Beginning a new drive here, but just 16 seconds to go before halftime. 1st and 10 here. Ward. He's got it along the sideline. And he will wind up out of bounds after a first down gain of right around 3 yards.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
Out of the shotgun, it's Ward. And that one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
Back to throw it. Holding down the sideline. And they're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. Just 2 seconds left in the half as we get a timeout. Here's Joey Sly for the Titans field goal attempt. From the right hash, a 49-yard look. Sly's kick is up and good. And it gets a fraction closer as the lead's down to 18. So a one-sided contest as we reach the break here. Let's head over to Scott Hansen for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Thank you, Scott. Great work there. We, on the other hand, didn't have a great first half. Here's hoping things get a little bit closer this time around as we get set for quarter number 3. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. On the return, here's DK. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So to begin the third, it'll be the Titans offense we see first. In that first half, they just couldn't keep up the pace, but they're going to be the ones setting the pace here to begin this third quarter. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. They've got a man in motion. Throwing now on 1st down. Ward. That's brought in by Calvin Ridley. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Titans have a first.
Well, that's a game that has its roots in preparation during the week. That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday kind of stuff. Identifying ways to target the coverage and creating opportunities for big completions.
First down throw here for Ward. Finds a seam down the middle. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
Well, that one was drawn up and delivered beautifully, efficiently. If it's not circled on the call sheet already, you better believe it is now.
1st and 10, it's Pollard. He did well to shake off one tackle partner, but the next one got him. He's going to lose yards. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Ward off the play fake. Completed to Lockett. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
Well, the defense was ready for that throw, stopping him right in his tracks, right at the line of scrimmage.
Bills bringing an extra DB out. Third down. Third and long for him here. Hits him on the out route. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
The Titans will turn to their kicker, Joey Sly, here on fourth down, looking for this field goal. From the right hash, this is going to be a 51-yarder. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that lowers the deficit to 15.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. Johnson now on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Bills and this running back headed back out for a new series. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone. But through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
And in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
All right, Bills to the line now. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Bills have a 1st down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
1st down throw for Allen. Dump off caught by his back. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, the defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like the 40-yard line.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
3rd down, they need 7. Now Allen off the play action. That's brought in downfield by Kincaid. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
Just about every offense since the beginning of time, since the forward pass, Kate, has loved a tight end that could stretch the middle of the field. Man, I remember as a kid watching Kellen Winslow Sr. dice up right here between the hashes, and what a difference it can make for an offense.
And he's in for the touchdown. The Bills stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage.
We've seen all game long how difficult it has been for this defense to try to contain this guy. Not only through the air, now 2 touchdowns on the ground. It's just been a difference maker.
Zerline on now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bills grow the lead now to 22 points. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Oliver with the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. So now here comes the Titans on offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. First call here coming from the shotgun. From the gun, it's Ward. Completed over the middle. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Up the middle, here goes Pollard. And they're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, he got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Ward. He's going deep! And they took their shots, but unsuccessful on that first down throw. Swatted away by the defense.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap down to Ward. Pressure's there, and he goes down again! And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
When nothing opens up, that becomes a pretty clear throwaway spot. I mean, that is textbook throwaway spot right there, Kate. Get outside the box, chuck it into the 3rd row, and avoid exactly what happened right there. Because now 3rd down is so much harder.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. That's caught. It's helmed downfield. And a great play is brought to an end as this one reaches the 35-yard line. Well, they will certainly take that kind of passing from the rookie out of Miami as he gets them the first.
Just about every defensive coordinator worth his salt says 2 things in every production meeting. Number 1, well, we got to stop the run. And number 2, we got to take away the tight end. Well, good luck doing that. Defending a big guy who can move like that, it's a lot easier to talk about than to go out and execute.
And the tackle quickly follows that catch as this one reaches the 23. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. Three-quarters in the books from this one. It's Titans football as they stare down a huge deficit to begin the 4th. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Here's Ward. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up 2nd down.
This defense has been trying like mad to do anything to disrupt the rhythm, get the QB off his spot. It's got to be a massive relief to see their efforts paid off on that play.
After the sack could really use a big play here on 2nd down. It's 2nd and 15. Now Ward finds him over the middle. 5-yard line.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. But as I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
Play number 9 of the drive. It's going to be 3rd and 5 to go. Man in motion here. Ward now on 3rd down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tried getting it to Tyler Lockett. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
That's one of those 3rd down situations where you're asking an awful lot of your man to make a play to keep this drive going. Too much of a contested catch there, unable to bring it in.
Desperation time here. That's Lockett. He brings it in. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. That is a clutch 7-yard pickup, partner. Pays off the call to go for it there on 4th down.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest and gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
Again, Ward going to the air. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans get it back to within 2 possessions. Calvin Ridley with the touchdown. That one not easy, Brock. Threading the needle there. Boy, there was a lot of traffic in the end zone, but he still found his man.
Yeah, you don't really recommend challenging double coverage in the end zone in this league, but when you give your receiver a chance in that spot, that's what they love. And sometimes you just have to trust that your guys are better than the ones surrounding him, and he'll go make that play anyway.
To the line comes Ward. They're going for 2. All right, they're going to throw for it. Oh, and he's got a man open. Complete! And he's going to cross the score. They trim that deficit down to 14.
That's about trust. Trusting your QB is going to make the right decision on these crucial scoring plays. He found his read, and he made the connection for 2.
All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. Strong with the return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Bills and quarterback Josh Allen ready to get back to work now on offense. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. New set of downs for him from the 31. Drive starts with an option, right side. Allen slides to a stop there with enough for the first.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
First down from the 42. Putting the tight end in motion. On first down, they'll run. It's another one. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. They gain 11 on that play. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the game they did. expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Now Allen going to the air. Throwing the out route complete. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. They'll get 16 yards on that play. And the Bills have a first down.
The smartest pass catchers I've ever been around, they know how to set up an outcut beautifully. They recognize when they have leverage, how to sell the deep route, and then boom, they just break it out as if it's nothing.
Allen now on first down. Pass is caught at the 9. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills make it a 3-score game in the 4th. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they've paid the price over and over and over again.
Zerline on now for the extra point. Troubles with the snap, but he still knocks it through. And the Bills stretch their lead to 21. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Oliver with the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. We'll get another look at this Tennessee offense. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Ward. Short pass brought in. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
You get this big old dude like him in the slot, it's an automatic mismatch advantage. You trade a little bit of speed, sure. You sure do get a lot of size. And anytime he's in the slot, you got to assume the ball's going his way.
2nd and 3 now. Ward's going to throw it into a ton of traffic, and this one's intercepted. Kenny Moore with the pick.
I'll hear a lot of defensive coordinators say you've got to earn the right to rush the passer by doing work on the early downs. You know what this is, Kate? They've earned the right to be aggressive defensively with the work they did through 3 quarters, and this defense is cutting it loose.
The Bills' offense all set for their next drive. With touchdowns on their last 2 drives, Brock, they're playing some of their best offense here. Could they try for 3 in a row despite the lead? Let's find out. New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Buffalo. Bills can rest easy with a 3-score lead. 2nd down now, they need 7. Short side option here. He's running left. He has it to the 23-yard line as he's brought down. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
When they draw up these plays for the quarterback, these are the type of results they're expecting, Kate. Something that can tear a hole in the defense, move the chains, and just as importantly, and maybe most importantly, put a seed of doubt and thought into that defensive mind that the QB can run at any time.
Plowing up the middle. And he may have just reached the edge of the red zone before going down. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. Oh, Gronk, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. He's able to find Moss here. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4. So the roar of Bills Mafia, it's a win for their guys in Buffalo. And they didn't fall victim to that dreaded trap game against a lesser opponent. They were the better team coming in. They played like it to earn the convincing victory. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Bills as we say so long from Buffalo.